Yep, you're listening here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show with your host Brent, kicking here live on this Wednesday. Yes, we're here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Listen to some of my trap beats, whatever that really means, I guess. We're going to get this started off. Well, did I say party? No. We're going to get this show started off in just a second. Listen to some music. Yep, you're listening here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show with your host, Brent, kicking it here live on this Wednesday night here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Yep, we go east to west, north to south, and yes, maybe even in Antarctica. Listening here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show, brought to you by your host, Brent. Yep. So you're listening to my original, I guess, Coolly Cool Show opening modern beat trap music song that I came up with myself. Yeah, made that little song up. So, we're not really particular any type of topic for this Wednesday night discussion. Though I was advised that we could talk about big booties, but I'm not going to. I was advised, but I'm not going to. I feel that is a trap, just like trap music. So, yeah, but I guess we're probably talking about just one topic of discussion. It's Christmas time. Oh, Christmas time. Or how is it? Sleigh bells are ringing. Or jingle bells, Batman smells. Christmas is right around the corner. I hope each and every one of you are going to hopefully be able to do your Christmas shopping before it nears to Christmas Eve, because as we do know, a lot of people like to do Christmas shopping last minute, and when they do the Christmas shopping last minute, it's a complete catastrophe. That's when the malls and the stores are all crowded and people are just up on you. And then the way how they have now, with the coronavirus or the corona variant or whatever they're going to call it, there's a lot of people always out of the stores, and then people have shifted in the last couple of years to online shopping, and then getting their stuff delivered to them via mail, by Amazon, FedEx, UPS. But then, as far as though, since people have been doing online shopping and having their stuff delivered to their house, the amount of thefts of packages have gone up since the evolving or rise of online shopping, where people get their stuff delivered to them. Because when people get their stuff delivered to them, it's kind of a big box or sort of, and the delivery people leave it on the steps, and they have things saying, take a picture, hey, we left it here, you gotta get us an email confirmation or a text message or whatever. And when they do, like I said, the online people have gone by and been stealing people's packages, not knowing what it is, and then taking it, then open it, and be like, oh, I got you, Johnny, I got you this. Be like, oh, wow, what is it? I always knew you might want this, thing, majigger. So along with that, which, like I said, online shopping has worked well, but then with the rise of thefts of packages has risen as well, and they still continue to do so to this day. It's just what it is, the normal. Obviously, with people and the whole corona thing, people are kind of now in between. People go out to the stores to shop and get certain things that they know they can get, without having to wait for a package to be delivered maybe 2 or 3 days. And the way sometimes at the Christmas time, these packages that people tend to get, if you had an order well in advance, you probably might end up getting one of your packages some maybe after Christmas. Or, it depends. Depends on the amount of volume of deliveries that are coming in certain areas. That's pretty much relevant, or where you're getting your package from. And as a manufacturer who's getting it out, has to get it out, and it's getting to you, where is it coming from? For instance, I have a package, and this package is, last year I tried, it came from China, and then it went down somewhere to Jamaica, and then now it's just now in Jamaica. Now it's coming, it's in the United States now. I think that's the last I looked. I can't remember where it's at now. Excuse me. But the packages, like I said, if you had an order in advance, a certain with the package, you got to track to see how long some of these packages are going to take before you get them. Like I said, Christmas time is a very stressful time for many people. Christmas time is a very joyous family outing for the vast, many people, especially for children. If you're a kid, you love Christmas. You get presents. You're not really having to buy presents. Your parents probably take you Christmas shopping. They're like, hey, what do you want to get your brother, your sister? What do you want to get mom and dad? And you know that you're not having to fork out any dough reference to it. All you're doing is probably making a kind of, suggestion as to, hey, maybe they might like this. Maybe they might like that. You maybe might be making a suggestion to what somebody might like. But in the overall, you're not really kind of paying to get something or going like, oh, we're going to get this. I remember when I was a kid, I would ask my mom would take me to the store with me, my sister, and we would go and be like, what do you want to get your dad? I would have no clue what to get my dad back then. And it all came down to like, oh, let's get him a tie. That's what my thing was. Let's get him a tie. And I was like, what am I getting a tie? Now I look back and I'm like, that was a good assumption back then, because as you get older, you like to dress well, and if you dress well and you like to wear nice suits and ties and things like that, and later on, I mean, have you really heard a person who says, oh, I got a tie and then I got rid of it and it got worn, it got old, and I'm not wearing it anymore? No, typically ties for men last probably forever unless it's cut up or torn or ripped or whatever. But if a guy gets a tie, he can pretty much match that with any type of, dress shirt that he has within reason. And I'm not saying he cannot have it mixed in with any other color, but let's just say he has a certain, not going to be rocking a Santa Claus tie in the dead of 4th of July. That's not even, you're wrong season, wrong time period, pal. But ties are pretty much, you can wear ties. They're not going to really fade out. And to have an abundance of ties is really create different types of design. Because a person could wear a kind of a black shirt. Because I like my suits. For instance, my suits that I like to wear. I like to wear the charcoal black, dark gray, somewhat dark brown, and that's what I like to. That's my marshmallow. Now I have a certain amount of different ties. I like to wear kind of a silver, grayish, dark color, charcoal kind of ties, offset with different patterns and designs. Now I can intermingle with my shirts of black, white, gray, even a blue with the black, and I can intermingle those into my suits. And on top of that, I can also, with the right tie, and the tie doesn't really have to be out there, but it could just catch an eye where, okay, it looks nice, looks sharp, and it could make it look good. So like I said, ties really aren't going to be like, oh, well, you get more tie once, you get rid of it. No, you can actually intermingle and wear it, and it can last. So, me as a kid, let's get him a tie, But that's I guess. But in relevance to what I was really talking about is when you're a kid, you're like, I like Christmas. Let's just get him a tie or something. Get him some socks. Now, for many of you guys that are out there, are there any individuals that you know that should be getting a lump of coal in their stocking? I'm pretty sure quite a many of us have a number of people on their bucket list that those individuals need lumps of coal piled on with added more lumps of coal into their stocking, because either they've just been naughty, they've just been getting your nerves, bothering, and just all types of just headaches about headaches, and you're just like, I swear to goodness, And if you don't, Santa Claus is real. If you don't believe in Santa Claus, I don't know what to tell you. Santa Claus is real. It is real. People say, oh, Santa Claus. Santa Claus is real. He's, if you look at it, Santa Claus has to be real, because the spirit of Christmas is in each and every person. Even those people that say, I can't stand Christmas. The spirit of Christmas is there, and Santa Claus is there, because the way it is looked at, and obviously I'm not going to get into the religious aspect of it, as far as the Bible and stuff, but when they say Santa Claus, he's reindeers and all that stuff, and he goes around, he brings presents and joy and laughter to all the kids around the world. What it is that Santa Claus, the thought process of Santa Claus is that someone is giving a gift, even if it's one or two or many, is giving a gift of thoughtfulness to another person to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, and me giving you this present is to let you know that I am thinking about you, and I want it to be a surprise. That's why I wrapped it and gave it to you, or I shocked and surprised you by giving it to you, because I wanted to let you know that I am thinking about you. And it took a lot of effort and time for me to actually go somewhere, trying to figure out what you like, and then trying to find out a way that I can get this item to present to you, and to overall give this to you. That's a lot of thought processes, like I said, and the thing about Santa Claus, with the thought on that is kind of gives a little more holiday cheer spirit, but the overall aspect of it still sticks with the beginning. I mean, I'm pretty sure people have heard as the three wise men when Jesus Christ was born. The three wise men came down and gave presents to Jesus. Gave presents to Jesus' mother. Oh man, I'm heading on the plane. Oh, this is bad. The Virgin Mary, and gave Jesus his presents. And then that's where they were all in St. Nicholas. And actually, if I look a little bit more into it, and from what I can remember reading into it, that I believe St. Nicholas, the way it came, started with kind of dark and ominous. I can't remember, but I do remember it was kind of dark as far as the bringing about of Santa Claus. But then, in hindsight of it, and somebody during that time period, way back there, changed that into the St. Nicholas, Santa Claus as we do know of. That's what I can remember. I just can't remember the exact whole entirety of it, what they were talking about of it. But if I do come across it, I probably have to write that down and save it. But yeah, it's holiday season. Christmas is right around the corner, so I hope that you get your Christmas shopping done. Oh yes, get your Christmas shopping done before Christmas and not on Christmas or not after Christmas. But there are other times where you can't do this. Says, hey, you're not going to get this after this because the sales are kicking it. The sales are kicking it. So, yeah. Oh, if I haven't told you already, I think I might have forgotten to bring this up. If you're not always following some other social media platforms, be sure to follow the Coolly Cool Show on my other social media platforms. You can be sure to follow us on my TikTok channel called The Coolly Cool Show. You can follow me on my YouTube channel, The Coolly Cool Show, which my podcasts are automatically uploaded to my YouTube channel. Barring not being censored, but I don't believe I'm being censored or copyrighted because my music is of my own. You can also follow me on my Twitter account at CoollyCool2412, and you can also follow me on Instagram, Birthday Champ. So, oh yeah. So, that kind of a mysterious, ominous sound. And that kind of brings me to another topic, which I've always been talking about for the past couple of months. And if you've been listening to my podcast, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's about the asteroids and all this craziness. And I bring it up all the time because the simple factor is that they are now saying that we're having an asteroid that's supposed to be passing this and it's supposed to be very close to Earth, and they found this out back in 1994, 96, or one of the two, I don't know. And all of now is like, oh, the asteroid is coming as close as it has ever been in ages. And it is unbelievable. And with this being the way it is, it's a phenomenon, whatever the word term is that. And it's supposed to be close and close, and I guess they're trying to make everybody get hyped about it, and then they're trying to sometimes with the people making some fears, oh, it's going to crash and hit Earth, and all this other stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, and I mean, I guess it'd be cool if you have a huge telescope that you can actually see it pass. I mean, that would probably be maybe cool, but the vast majority of people are probably not going to give one rat's ass whether they want to see this asteroid pass Earth, nor less they're going to look in depth to find out when exactly time. it's supposed to fast. Apparently, they say it's December, like around the 14th or something like that. It's supposed to maybe maybe about a day or something. But I don't think vast majority, and I mean the vast majority of people are like, I don't give a damn about this asteroid. That's the whole thing. The space still bringing it up, still trying to make it happen. It's trying to get people hyped into the whole thing of it. It's like, Jesus goodness, man. But I guess, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But, just saying, I've been talking about this for, I don't know how long, about the space stuff, because it is actually, when I talk about space news and space stuff, it's not to me be, dreading on it or honestly making fun. I'm not. I'm actually just bringing up certain stuff in reference to it and what they were talking about, and how some of the things that they've been bringing up are just on a different level, or they're trying to get people so much involved in the space talk. And I've always seen this around. It's always built around funding. Funding. Space needs funding. They're like, this is like, give a dime, nickel, or even a quarter or something. I forgot this, the movie of Electric Boogaloo. He's like, help miracles live, miracles live, miracles. Yeah, I forgot. I gotta find where that movie's at. It's with Ice-T in it. Well, not Ice-T. Yeah, Ice-T's in it, but he's not the main character. He's just kind of like a host towards at the end. As far as hyping at this community center where all these kids are in California, to get these kids involved, to keep them off the streets and then violence, stuff like that. And it's a good movie. It's one of those 80 classic movies that, if you're an 80s kid, early, growing up, you should watch it. It's good. It's a good classic movie. But I'm just putting his, Ice-T's in it, and he has a ridiculous hat. But it was the 80s, so you can't bust him on him, because back then, that was the stuff back then, so. But, yeah, the whole thing is about building funding up all the time for space programs. Like right now, I'm reading something, and this is from the military part. It says, Space Development Agency to acquire 28 missiles tracking satellites to launch in late 2024. Space Development Agencies to acquire 28 missile tracking satellites to launch. So basically, you're going to have some satellites in space orbiting around Earth that should be able to track 28 missiles, or acquiring to track 28 missiles. So in my thought process is, yeah, we're putting this a lot of effort and engineering and technology into tracking missiles from a satellite looking down. My thought process is, who's doing the shooting of these missiles? What is the hell is going on that we're not being told? What the hell's going on around the world? Does that really mean that people are really shooting missiles at other countries at any given time, and that frankly that we have not had any kind of boom 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 shit blowing up is because we have anti-missile defense systems that are taking these missiles out, such as this soon-to-be space development, satellite that's should be acquiring 28 missiles tracking. So that's what I'm getting from this. So, I mean, what the fuck is going on? We're tracking missiles and shit out in space from orbit down to Earth. The hell? And this is Washington. The Pentagon Space Development Agency is planning a new procurement of satellites that will be part of a global constellation of missiles tracking space sensors. What? The agency is looking to buy 28 satellites for the constellation known as Tracking Layer. So what? According to December 6th draft solicitation. What the fuck? Sounds like a bad, solicitor is trying to sell some shit and he's getting the door slammed right in his face every time. He says, don't you see the sign? No soliciting. Oh, man. Oh, what the? This is... and it says the tracking layer is envisioned as a global network of eyes in the sky that provide a defense shield against Russia and Chinese ballistic and hypersonic missiles. Okay, so basically now we're back at the evolution of the Cold War again, or the warm war. So, I mean, or the global warming war, how about that one? But the defense shield against Russia. So, I mean, at this point in time, I thought at this point we're not really kind of friends or allies with Russia. We're kind of still like, hey, I'll bust your ass. And they're like, hey, yeah, you're friends with us. And I'll bust your ass. Don't do that. Puny American. And we're like, I bet you would, motherfucker, but you ain't gonna try shit, huh? Try it. Huh? Yeah, that's right. I'll knock you the fuck out. And China is probably, say, hey, we're going to work together because we do trade, but America, you get on my nerve, I want to take over, and it's sick of your shit. And we're like, China, bitch, you wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for us trading with your bitch ass. That's what I'm getting from this whole thing in the term, is that we're all working together, but in the same sense we're all working together, we're all like, fuck you, I'll kick your ass. Okay? It's just wow, man. So I guess it's one of those things where I guess eventually we might get out of this kind of Cold War or warm war or global war, of us just the whole world just not getting along on anything. Everything's politically motivated. People have their interest in certain things, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't think there are certain people out there or certain countries with political powers that are extremely ruthless and will do some shady shit in order to get things done, to have an agenda, objective, task met and completed, if you don't think those people do exist out there, I guess you don't live on the planet Earth. Because here on Earth, oh Nelly, there are some ruthless mugs out there in the political aspects in this world we live in that do that shit on the regular. And they have no hard feelings and don't give a damn about doing it, because all they see is what they can gain or get the advantage on, and that's what they plan on doing, and that's what they're going to do, and that's how they will try to get what they want from doing that. Like I said on my show, we're talking about anything and everything on this Wednesday night on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Yeah, I mean, just looking at some, like I said, looking at some of the stuff. Also, by the way, has anybody had any knee problem? I have a knee problem. I believe I heard a pop in my knee. It's the same problem, same pain. It's been hurting for the past 2.5 months. Got an MRI done not too long ago. The same knee problem has not healed. Typically with knee problems, if you know it's like a muscle or you sprain your knee or something like that, the healing process eventually will heal with over time, rest and recovery, icing, bandaging, wrapping up. I've done those things. I've taken ibuprofen, certain medicine, and nothing has happened. At this point in time, my knees constantly locking up and popping and locking. It's kind of sad when you hear good music out there and you want to get out there and you can bust and move, and then you're more thinking like, I'm going to bust and pop something in a minute because it's going to make me kind of weary and doing some of those things. So, but I just wonder if anybody has any issues in these. I mean, I know when you get older, knees start to go. It's like back in the day, I remember you could run like 3 miles without a problem. I remember I could literally run a 3 mile run under 18 minutes. Yep, under 18 minutes. Physically fit, I used to be able to run a mile under, like, I think it was like 5 minutes. Well, no, I'm sorry, 6 minutes. I remember I could run a mile and a half in like seven, close to 8 minutes, maybe. But I think it was like 7 a mile and a half. Now, you ask me to a mile and a half, I'm be sucking wind, buddy. I'm gonna probably be in the back of the freaking pack, probably like 2. And I'm not out of shape. I'm not overweight by any means. I don't have a beer belly. I don't even drink beer. I mean, for certain occasions, like, weddings, ceremonies, things like that. But I'm fairly fit. It's just, I guess when you get older and having done a lot of things, strenuous or whatever, I guess your body starts to kind of can't do the physical aspects that you used to do when you were younger. And for some people, it's kind of like a heartache. It's like, I can't believe I can't do this stuff that I used to do. And I guess it's because you're coming to terms with the fact. But I mean, if you constantly keep yourself well maintenance, putting some oil on the bones and the joints, you'll probably be fine. But I think for my knee, for me, it's kind of just threw me off because I believe it started back in the beginning of October. And I just remember bending down and heard a big pop, and then I shrugged it off. I was like, I'm good. Kind of bothered me, but didn't think anything of it. Just kept kind of doing my thing what I had. And I had a couple things in October I was doing, which is why some of my podcasts I didn't get to really do much because I was busy doing a lot of other stuff. But yeah, he's not healing. Severely hurt. Like I said, I got an MRI, and I'm just waiting for my doctor to tell me as far as what his recommendation is, whether to send me to a knee specialist or something like that. So, well, I guess time will tell. So, but we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go get something to drink, as I always say. You're gonna listen to some of my, I guess, my own mix of music here on the Cooley Cool Show. So, like I said, always, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'm gonna be right back. Stay tuned here with some more of the Cooley Cool Show. So stick right around. Be right back in just 1 second. All right.
Come on. 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 Come on.
You're listening here live on the Cool for the Cool, the Cooly Cool Show here on this Wednesday night. You're listening to my own funky, cooly cool song.
Come on. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yep. So, I think we're talking about the holiday seasons, talking about some space, some asteroids, and some other shit. Like I said, this is Wednesday. We're just going to talk about anything and everything. Now, I was talking a little bit about my knee, having knee problems. Oh, yeah. I think one of the funniest things about the holiday season, especially when it comes around Christmas, is that I don't know what it is, but I haven't seen, typically at the beginning of December, at the beginning of December, if you're driving around, wherever you're from, your neighborhood, your area, your stores, whatever, you typically end up seeing sometimes Christmas trees. A whole abundance of them. A lot of them. Out and about. People's stores selling them. They start at prices of at the most maybe $35, or sometimes could be higher, depending on where you're at. And then as you get closer to Christmas time, the value of the Christmas tree begins to go down. So you're seeing $15, it's $10, then after Christmas, like $5. Then there's further after, like a couple weeks after, it's like free. They're trying to get the most money they can, prior to Christmas, So, but majority sometimes people now, they still like to go get the real Christmas tree. But then there's people that still like to get the plastic ones with the stuff where you put it together and then you reuse it each and every year. We don't have to buy and transport a Christmas tree, and they have different sizes and shapes, which is very well good. But at the same time, it's whatever you like. If you like the ones, the box ones, the plastic ones, the fake ones, or like the real ones. Just with the real ones, it seems like every year that you're going to have to get rid of a Christmas tree, and you're going to have to get it out of your house. It makes your house smell good, but at the same time, you have to get rid of it. That in itself is a hassle. So you buy the Christmas tree for how much money you spend on it. Then at the end of it, you actually got to feed it and give it water in order to keep it alive. And after that, you got to get rid of it. And then the pine needles and all that stuff come falling down. And then after that falls down, you got to clean up, sweep. Just not a good. It's not bad to have real one, but it's a lot of stuff with it. Like I said, then you don't get to keep it, then you have to buy a new one every year. So I mean, it's whatever you're comforted, whatever you like. But I just thought it was funny. It was always the prices with these Christmas trees. So I mean, just wondering out for y'all out there. How are you guys spending with your family? Are you guys traveling? Are you guys going to go anywhere? How is your Christmas? You're going to spend it at home with your close ones, your loved ones, or you're having a big family event with it? Because typically during some people's Christmas, they like to go out, go to different variations. I also want to know, as far as some people, do they go to different areas for Christmas? The whole family packs up, goes to a warmer place or somewhere else all together as a family vacation type thing, and have Christmas there. Because I mean, at that point, we're talking big money people that can do that shit. Because little people money are like, look, we're having this shit at home. They're vacation. Christmas is a vacation. It's a vacation your ass at home. So, I mean, it's just different ways of how people have Christmas set up and what they're gonna do. For my family, we've always had it where it's like we have it amongst ourselves, and then we had to venture out to the families, and they're back and forth. It's just, when you get older, it's even more headache. It's just like, you just want to stay home. You just want to enjoy the home in your house. You want people to come over, but you don't want to go nowhere else. You don't want to go to now. You're like, everybody, you can come over, but I don't want to go over. I know. But then I guess when you get older, you're more forced to feel like you're like, I ain't going nowhere. If they want to come over, they can come over. God damn it, I ain't going nowhere. God damn it, you know what I mean? God damn, you know. So I don't know. It's just, I guess, it's different for everyone. But right after Christmas, we're kicking off into the new year, going into straight. Get 2022's kicking down the door. You know, it seems like, man, this year's gone by quick, but then it hasn't. I don't think any year goes by quick. The year goes by the way it is. It may feel quick because the fact that, wow, a new year is creeping up on us and it's already crept onto us this quick. It's never gone by fast. It's never gone quick. It's just gone its regular course. The hell's always. It's just during our time period, we are more involved with a lot of things than we are not involved. So if you're more involved in a lot of things, it may seem to progress quite quickly. If you're not involved and certain things are not happening, it may go slower how you feel. So, I mean, I guess that's one way of looking at it, so to speak. I don't know. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Well, alright. Well, we've then come to the near close of our show here on the Cool to the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. So, I just want to thank each and every one of my listeners out there. Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow me on my other social media platforms. Make sure you can follow us on my TikTok channel, The Coolly Cool Show. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, The Coolly Cool Show. My YouTube show, my podcasts are automatically uploaded to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on our Twitter at CoollyCool2412. You can also follow me on my Instagram page at Brent the Champ. And, you know, I like doing this. I like talking. Even though I don't have anybody talking back, I'm going to try, hopefully get some people to actually come on and talk. Because it may make a better, podcast. Just give them a special guest. Because they are special. So, to each and every one of you for listening to my show, I thank each and every one of you for listening to my podcast. Be sure to tune in next time. Make sure you can follow me because you get latest updates, especially on my Twitter. So, until next time, take care. And if I don't hear from you, hope you have a happy and safe holiday. Take care. You're here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Your host, Brent. Take care. Bye.